Hi there, my name is Alison. I'm the Wellness Manager here at UHN. Our lives are becoming increasingly complex. Our workloads are increasing. The environment of healthcare is one of ever-changing and competing priorities. And we work in a culture where it's often hard to say no. Communication is rapid and frequent, and we don't always have the most perfect relationships with those that we work with. And that's just at work. If you add the complexities of the rest of our lives, the roles outside of work and the relationships we have, sometimes it's a wonder if we get through any day. So we can't reduce those stresses for you, but what we want to do today is to give you some tools that will hopefully help you reduce the distress that you experience from time to time. Those moments when you feel overwhelmed and overloaded, the moments that we all experience from time to time. So without further ado, we're going to hand you over to Michael Apolo. Michael has many titles, including a meditation stress therapist, an emotional intelligence coach, and he's also a master yoga instructor. Michael provides programs here at UHN. Michael's going to take you through 3 separate practices. The first one is called the Harvard Rapid Relaxation Response. The second is called the Breathing and the Coping Space. And the third is a Deep Conscious Sleep Relaxation Response. So I hope you enjoy the practices. I hope you find them useful. And over to Michael.
Thank you, Alison, and welcome to this series of practices where essentially all we're doing is we're coming in and we're busting stress. We're finding tools how to handle tension, anxiety in those moments when we really need it. But also those moments where we can just really work towards preventing that stressful, that tense, anxious situation from happening. And so we're at a very interesting time within our lives right now as knowledge workers where our attention is being pulled from us in so many directions that we're really, in this fast-paced way of life, forgetting that we have this choice of what we bring our attention to and what we actually choose not to put our attention to. When we reclaim that ability to really focus in on what matters most, ourselves, our body, our breath, emotions, and feelings, we can break free from that state of overanalyzing our thoughts. Going into something called rumination, which is just simply that, dwelling, overanalyzing, romanticizing the future, or dwelling on the past itself, which happens so often within this fast-paced lifestyle. Essentially what's happening is we're finding through neuroplasticity that we're conditioning ourselves to constantly think. So that whole ideology, that term of, hey, don't take that work home with you, it's really illusory up until now, this point where we find that at work we're being conditioned to always analyze and think. So, well, how do we not do that when we're with those that we love? Or when we're in a state of just want to be with our children, or just going for a walk and not thinking about all that work that we need to do? Well, there's some interesting tools to do that, and those are the practices that we're going to experience here in this beautiful wellness center, in this room that you're at. So as you follow this, when you set yourself up for the practices, just make sure to give yourself some time. Make sure that you let everybody know that where you are right now is a space of just being with yourself, okay? And a space for relaxation. So now, as we move forward, there's a lot of research that has really come out over these past 4 decades on what these practices of relaxation can really do for you. And now there's a very inherent deep reality of stress. And Harvard Medical School has just come out over this past 2 years that 70 to 90% of all hospital visits are directly linked to stress. It's a fascinating finding because we're finding through this tension that we're exhibiting through these stressful moments, there's an inadequate flow of blood going throughout the body. We're constricting this blood flow. Oxygen isn't going to those vital organs, glucose. We're also not filtering those toxins out as efficiently as we could. Our body is an incredible mechanism that can handle itself if we provided that space to do so. So now, we have a very interesting reality as well. So on a science side of things, just to let you know that you're not alone, is the reality that 60% of all adults exhibit insomnia a few nights a week or more. Also, 20% exhibit insomnia most nights a week lasting a month or longer. And that comes back to that state of overanalyzing your thoughts, being in a ruminative state. You lay your head down on the pillow, but that mind just keeps on going. You're planning for the future, dwelling on the past. Well, some of these techniques that we're going to do as well, or this technique that we're about to do, is going to allow you to diffuse that itself, and just provide you a nice, calm, relaxed sensation, so you go into a deeper sleep, and you stay in it longer, rather than breaking out of it throughout the night in these episodes. Also, beyond that, there's a big impact that the American Medical Association has just found a few months ago, linking a direct correlation between just common emotions of frustration, anxiety, sadness, trigger frequent heart abnormalities. So what they're finding as well, through negative emotions, there's a direct correlation, a direct link to heart attack. What's happening is you feel this most commonly within states of heartache. You know, a breakup or a loved one passing away, or something being said to you that really hits home. You feel maybe a constriction in your chest or in your stomach. That's quite literally a tension. And what that does is constricts the flow of blood within your body in that area. So it's a very interesting correlation, because what we used to think as soft skills, emotions, actually have much more of a physical impact than we could ever imagine. So it's very important to provide yourself with this space, this practice. Now, there's an incredible science that has been coming out, especially over these past 5 years, in regards to neuroimaging, all these different brain scans that we can provide, connecting our minds, our brains to EEG coherence charts, all these incredible neuroplastic studies that are happening right now. And there's this deep science is finding that quite literally, insomniacs can fall asleep within 20 minutes of a common mindfulness practice. So quite literally, a state of eliciting that Harvard relaxation response that we've practiced. Also, beyond that, we're finding that it decreases blood pressure 1.5 times more than medication itself. It's a very powerful finding. Also, they found that we have 30 to 200% of, our blood circulation increases 30 to 200% within this practice of deep relaxation. Our body just goes into a very efficient flow of blood. 30 to 100% from our toes to our neck, 100 to 200% to our cognitive centers in our head, which is very important as knowledge workers to have that very efficient flow of blood. Also, we're finding just a recent study that just came out over the past few months is that meditation decreases pain intensity. So a common practice of meditation within your life decreases pain intensity 2 times more than morphine itself, showing that direct link between the mind and body and how powerful that can be. On neuroplastic front, they're finding right now as well, your cognitive centers actually develop in incredible ways. You thicken your prefrontal cortex, and you actually increase in synaptic connections throughout the whole brain structure itself. The brain is very much like a muscle. It is a muscle. So just like our bicep, if we keep on working it out, it fatigues. If we just keep on working it out non-stop without providing it a rest, it starts going to a dysfunction. Same with the brain, and that's how we have to approach it. Our thinking is the workout for the brain. Meditation is that deep sense of relaxation that provides it to heal and grow. So I hope you enjoy this practice.